Hello, everybody. My name is Troy, and my presentation will be focused on the effectiveness of intermittent fasting versus continuous energy restriction for weight maintenance. Both intermittent fasting and continuous energy restriction have been shown to promote weight loss. However, there is a lack of studies that show the effects of both intermittent fasting and continuous energy restriction on long-term weight maintenance. 85% of obese individuals are unsuccessful in sustaining their weight loss after they have lost weight. The traditional recommendation for weight loss and weight maintenance is the continuous energy restriction method. There are multiple types of intermittent fasting methods. However, my proposal will focus on two main types. The first type is known as the 5-2 method, which is one of the most common methods. It involves 2 days of fasting where individuals will either consume just water or restrict their calories to 25% of their estimated needs or less. And on the other 5 days, there is no restriction on food or fluid intake. The other type is known as alternate day fasting. And in this type of fasting, the non-fasting days and the fasting days are just alternated from day to day. My research question is, among adults 18 years old to 35 years old with a BMI between 25 and 35, is the 5-2 intermittent fasting method more effective than continuous energy restriction in promoting long-term weight maintenance following an initial weight loss phase? A review of the literature shows common themes between the 5-2 intermittent fasting method and the continuous energy restriction method in terms of their effectiveness with weight loss. Gao et al. Found that in individuals of healthy weight, there was no significant difference in weight loss between individuals who followed a 5-2 intermittent fasting diet versus a continuous energy restriction diet. Anthony et al. Found that intermittent energy restriction was superior to continuous energy restriction in promoting weight loss, but continuous energy restriction was superior to intermittent energy restriction in promoting weight maintenance. Headland et al. Also found similar results. However, they studied overweight and obese adults using the continuous energy restriction, the 5-2 method, and a third group where they alternated between the continuous energy restriction for 1 week and a regular diet for 1 week. They found that, again, there was no significant difference in weight loss between any of these groups. Schul et al. Found that the 5-2 intermittent fasting group and the control group showed a weight regain 6 months to 1 year after their initial weight loss phase. However, these results were not statistically different between the groups. My proposal will be a randomized, single-blind controlled trial. It will involve 4-year, not-for-profit colleges and graduate schools. The inclusion criteria in my study will be individuals who are between the ages of 18 and 35 years old, who have a BMI between 25 and 35 kilograms per meter squared, and who have no chronic health conditions. The exclusion criteria for my study will be participants who are younger than 18 years old or who are older than 35 years old, a BMI that falls outside of the range of 25 to 35, individuals with chronic health conditions such as cardiovascular disease, chronic kidney disease, and diabetes, individuals who are currently taken or who have taken medication within the past 12 months that has a known side effect of weight loss, athletes, and individuals who have a known diagnosed eating disorder. The ethical considerations that come with my proposal are IRB approval and informed consent. Individuals will be recruited by the researcher sending an email to the provost or vice president of the colleges and universities with a brief description of the study, that will be forwarded to all students. All interested students will be screened for the inclusion and exclusion criteria, and all participants will have their heights and weights taken to confirm that their BMI falls within the inclusion criteria range of 25 to 35. Once participants have been screened for inclusion criteria, they will be randomly assigned to one of two groups using simple randomization. The first group will be continuous energy restriction, and in this group, their daily energy intake will be restricted to 75% of their estimated needs that will be calculated using the Mifflin-St. Jeor equation. The other group will be placed on the 5-2 intermittent fasting diet, where there will be 2 non-consecutive days of restricting their energy intake to 25% of their estimated needs. In the other 5 days, they will be able to eat and drink without any restrictions. On the 2 non-consecutive fasting days, the individuals will be provided with meals that consist of 50% carbs, 20% protein, and 30% fat. The individuals in the continuous energy restriction group will be advised to follow the same macronutrient distribution. The researchers will also be blinded to the study groups. There will be an initial weight loss phase that will be conducted for 6 months. A registered dietitian will follow all participants during this phase every 2 weeks to ensure that they are complying with their respective diets. At the conclusion of the 6 months, the height, weight, and BMI will be obtained of all the participants. All participants who lost at least 5% of their initial body weight will be eligible to continue into the second half of the study, which is known as the weight maintenance phase. The weight maintenance phase will also be 6 months in length. All participants will continue to be followed by a registered dietitian every 2 weeks, and they will remain within the same group that they were in the weight loss phase. At the conclusion of 6 months, their height, weight, and BMI will be obtained. An independent 2-tailed t-test will be performed to analyze the results using 90% power, a p of less than 0.05, and a 95% confidence interval. The sample size needed will be 172 at a minimum, with 215 total participants recruited to account for a dropout rate with an assumed attrition rate of 20%. For the purposes of this study, weight maintenance will be defined as the participant's weight at the start of the weight maintenance phase plus or minus 3%. That concludes my research proposal. Thank you everybody for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.